May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please have your seat. Just pronounce your name.
Sir, 𝐼 SRI Rusat.
If we want to call you shortly, how can we call Shri or Rusat?
Sir, it's your choice, sir.
No, what should be in general?
Sir, Rusat.
Rusat. Okay. Okay. You are from economics. Wonderful subject. World is going through this subject only nowadays. Even if war is there, it is for economy only. Generally, we used to say that what for war is, either it is for oil or it is for water, but it is now for economy. How do you see these international tariffs? Now they are hovering the world as a whole. How do you see? Will this certainly destroy the trade fabrics of the world?
Sir, the world trade is right now going through a tumultuous phase, sir. Earlier, we had a cost-based approach, a more broad globalization objective was there. Now, the turn is taking place with respect to nationalization, sir. With respect to President Trump 2.0 presidency, sir, we are seeing right now increased economic nationalization that is taking place, sir. For instance, the way President Trump has made tariffs as a domestic political objective, it shows how the domestic audience also have negative views with respect to the globalization, sir. So right now it is evolving, sir. We are not facing any certainty with respect to that. We have to wait and watch, sir, to what extent there is a shift in supply chain, shift in global economy, sir.
America is saying that you reduce a tariff on liquor, you reduce a tariff on agriculture commodities. Now, how should we react? Should we reduce the tariff on liquor as well as on the agriculture products, or should we think differently?
Sir, with respect to agriculture, so, America's agriculture is more mechanized, sir, more advanced in comparison to India's agriculture, sir. For us, agriculture is not just with respect to economy. We also see agriculture through the prism of food security, sir. We have a basic objective of fulfilling the requirements of below poverty line populations, sir, disadvantaged sections of society. Therefore, sir, right now we are engaging with them in this prism, sir, that for us food security is paramount above all the other things. With respect to liquor, sir, we are in talks right now, and Commerce Secretary recently pointed out, sir, there is some positive developments taking place with these sectors, sir.
Now, my take is, Ari, what will be your take? Should we reduce tariff from this side while importing, that we should reduce tariff on liquor as well as on agriculture products or not? That is my take. Direct question.
So liquor, there is a possibility for reducing it, sir.
But then what will happen? India will, already we are producing our liquor. We will import the liquor of good quality. And in some of the states, even Gujarat, Bihar, we are saying that no liquor. Then what will happen?
Sir, competition will increase, the domestic competition will increase. The domestic industries, I believe, sir, will eventually adapt to efficient technologies, production technology.
And what about agriculture now?
So agriculture right now is not the time for reducing tariffs, sir. We are seeing increasing marginalization with respect to land holdings in agriculture, sir. Therefore, we need to engage in talks with respect to our major trading partners, including United States, sir, that for us, food security is paramount. And with respect to trade, there is a possibility we'll keep the doors open for further tariff reduction negotiations. But right now, it is not the correct time for reduction of tariffs in agriculture goods, sir.
Okay, good. And see, China, a day or 2 days back, has put some warships or the submarines in Arabian Sea under the control of Pakistan. What will be the impact on India or its border? Have you heard something about it?
Sir, not with respect to deployment of...
Okay, okay. If it deploys, will there be any impact on Indian security?
So, India considers Indian Ocean region as its own backyard, sir, wherein it considers itself as a role of net security provider in the Indian Ocean region, sir. With respect to that, sir, deployment of naval vessels in Arabian Sea, in Indian Ocean region, etc., is raising concerns among the policy circles of our country, sir, as to how we need to cooperate, tackle this issue with respect to China, how we can have our partners respond to that. With respect to Sri Lanka, with respect to Mauritius, with respect to Maldives, we have certain institutional measures like Colombo Security Conclave, sir. We can potentially use these institutional measures to collectively deliver the Sagar Doctrine or the recently upgraded Mahasagar Doctrine, sir, with respect to Indian Ocean region, sir.
Tamil Nadu is little opposing this reorganization of the constituency or something like that. Yeah, what is this? Why it is? Why Tamil Nadu or some other states are they are also on the same track?
So, with respect to delimitation, sir, certain states which have achieved population stabilization in the region, sir, they argue that provided if we conduct delimitation with respect to upcoming census, then it will lead to reduction of seats in the parliament, sir, which will disincentivize them, lacks inclusive representation with respect to these states, and they feel, sir, their voice will be marginalized with respect to national parliaments. Therefore, these concerns are being raised by the states which have achieved the population stabilization.
Okay, and what should be the course of action the government of India to take?
So, the Honorable Home Minister has pointed out it will be based on the pro rata policy that no states will have their share with respect to Parliament will be reduced. But however, such states argue, sir, that the increase in seats in Parliament will be less in comparison to seats of some states like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and other regions, sir, which has not controlled their population in comparison to these states, sir. That is the argument, sir.
So, India, now future strategy should be to control population?
So, we need to have a balance between inclusive representation as well as incentivizing such states to go for more population stabilization measures, sir. For instance, we can use 16th Finance Commission to reduce the criteria for horizontal devolution formula to incentivize such states to also take greater steps towards more population stabilization, sir.
But some big politicians, great leaders, thinkers, they are saying that now we should have a little, instead of 1 to 2, 2 to 3 children as a policy now. How do you think about it then?
So, I think with respect to childbearing, it should be the decision taken at a micro level, at a household level, sir.
At least some big persons, once they are saying, they have a bearing on the people, mind of the people.
So, right now, I think there is no rush for bearing more children, sir. Our population is relatively, our population growth rate is relatively stable in comparison to countries like China, which is facing severe decline, or South Korea for that matter, sir. So, therefore, I think, sir, such suggestions may be avoided at the public domain because it is the individual's prerogative to take such decisions at a micro level.
Okay. This is your first chance. How did you move from Tamil Nadu to this place, especially Delhi University? Which motivated you? It is only civil service, something else?
Sir, I love the subject of economics, sir. So, I did my own research.
There are many other big institutions for economics.
Sir, I agree.
Delhi School of Economics. There are certain other universities, they provide good and they have produced good economics.
So, it's a combination of factors, I should say. First is subject interest, sir. I have deep interest with respect to economics. And second is that back in mind, I also had approach towards civil services, sir, since Delhi is known as a hub for...
Okay, okay. One more. Your body is so good. You are everything is very good. Your physique is looking better. You have preferred the police service a little lower. Why? Yeah, I think you should have preferred it first.
So I think Indian Police Service offers great possibilities for a candidate, sir. But based on individual, my own perspective, my own analysis, sir, I am more academically inclined with respect to choice of services, sir. Therefore, I placed it in the fifth order, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Rusat. So you are from Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore.
Hometown is Coimbatore, ma'am. Right now, I am residing in Ramanathapuram town.
Where? Ramnath?
Nearby Rameshwaram, ma'am. Ramanathapuram district.
Okay.
Near Madurai?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So, recently Kamba Ramayana, that is in news. What is that?
I'm not sure of the context, but I believe it is with respect to Kashi Tamil Sangamam that is taking place. But I'm not sure, ma'am, as to why it is actually in news.
Okay, so you have to read about that. That is in news.
Okay.
Today's news. Okay. Recently, report on Tamil Nadu, that is blue carbon monitoring for mangroves of Tamil Nadu increased. The best part is that is the positive news for Tamil Nadu. I just want your opinion that or we can say that improvement in mangroves, how it helps in Tamil Nadu?
And why only Tamil Nadu in the growth of the region?
Coastal region.
Ma'am, mangroves are known for natural sinks for carbon, and secondly, it acts as a barrier for a coastal erosion that is taking place at the coastline. Second, with respect to economics, it also promotes scope for ecological tourism. Wildlife tourism can be promoted in this region, which could give livelihoods for the local people, local sections of society. Apart from that, ma'am, it could also aid with respect to biological research that is taking place. Under Nagoya Protocol also, there is a scope for more research with respect to biodiversity and more equitable sharing with respect to the data that is derived from those regions, ma'am.
Okay. Especially in Tamil Nadu, we can see the great Chola's kingdom. Okay. What is your views about the Chola's kingdom? What was the best part of the Chola's kingdom that we have to learn in a recent time period from them?
The best part, I believe, is the...
You are the student of economics. I just want the economy part of the Cholas.
With respect to economics of the Chola Empire, we see increased maritime trade during their period, ma'am. We see a naval expedition till Java in Southeast Asia, which is a good aspect since India is right now focusing on economic diversification with respect to its trading partner. It can take a leaf from the Chola Empire history as to how to go about it with respect to economic diversification, trade diversification. Second is that, ma'am, with respect to agriculture, we see storage grains is built up by the state to store and release the grains during the disaster period. So this is again second objective, which we can use it for the food security objective, ma'am, increasing the nutrition levels of the local system, local society.
So can we say that our Look East policy is also...
Yes, ma'am. Can be inspired by the Chola Empire as well, the historical connections.
Okay. So now recently we see China and America trade war. Okay. What is impact, especially what impacts going on to India?
The second China-US trade war after President Trump's presidency, we see increased momentum towards China plus one strategy with respect to supply chain diversification, with respect to exploring of new trading partners for the global economy, to have a system where a supply chain is not just dictated by the cost efficiency, rather with the help of trust, democracy.
No, I just want to know that which sector or which area is going to be highly affected with this war.
One is the manufacturing sector, ma'am, which within is also the exploration of critical minerals. 90% of refining capacities with China. So provided tariffs is imposed on such materials, then the green commitments that global community has taken with respect to Paris Climate Accord and other international economic.
I'm talking about the what is impact going on to India, not
Okay,
about the global perspective.
Okay, ma'am, okay. Ma'am, it has both pros and cons for our country. Pros being manufacturing will be shifting towards from China to India. More electronic exports are right now taking place from our country to, for instance, the smartphone manufacturing, smartphone exports. We have become a net exporter in this domain. Secondly, ma'am, with respect to technology that is being shared by the MNCs for our country, that is also improving the productive efficiency for our domestic investor, domestic manufacturers, ma'am. Second would be, ma'am, that there is also a cost issue. Right now, due to our domestic rigid labor law system, we are not able to accommodate the industry demand that otherwise we should have. For instance, Vietnam is taking that advantage of China plus one. So that is increasing the cost margin of the MNCs, ma'am, foreign investors. I think these are the outcomes of the second US-China trade.
Okay, just you are a student of economics. Especially this said China used in their economy that the women participation is also very good. In India, we can see that not that type of women participation in our economy. Do you think so?
With respect to women participation in India, we see certain sectors have, for instance, the agriculture sector. We see increasing phenomenon of feminization of workforce in agriculture sector, but not at the same pace with respect to manufacturing or the services sector. So it is because of the push factors that is increasing the workforce for female labor force participation rather than the pull factors, ma'am. So the unpaid work done by women is also incredibly high, and in comparison to China, where due to population stabilization, there is more free hours available for women to explore more self-employment opportunities as well as
Okay, because you are a student of economics and you love economics, as per your views, which sector is best for women in India? That we have to create more opportunity for women.
Ma'am, I believe all these sectors provides opportunities for women, and the key right now is to have a enabling environment.
Most of firstly you have to also see that a large number of women are housewife with their children also. So that type of opportunity which is easier for them.
Ma'am, I think service sector could offer better employment prospects for women, given the double burden of women with respect to taking care of household, as well as to have their economic opportunities be explored. For instance, cloud kitchen is being increasingly popularized in the tier 1, tier 2 cities, wherein women increasingly earn their own income by using the access of technology, ma'am, where by simultaneously converting their unpaid labor to paid labor.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes, Rushat. What should I call you?
Sir, Rushat.
Rushat. Okay. Okay, no problem. So,
Shiri is much better than Rushat.
So it's the panel's choice, but Rushat is what I used to, sir. So that's why.
And Shiri is used for what?
So it is a respective
Place.
okay, Rushat. So you have finished your graduation in economics in 2023, and after that I believe you started preparing for civil services. This is your first attempt? and in your first attempt itself you qualified for interview. So that's a great thing. Okay. So I see that you are very much interested into yoga, practicing yogasana competition, then national school yoga championship. There is so much of an influence of yoga in your life. So how are you practicing presently? Do you find enough time to do yoga?
So right now there is a time crunch, but I make sure that basic asanas are being done. For instance, Surya Namaskar is something I daily practice, sir. Apart from that, sir, the stretching practices, the backward bending, forward bending, and the twisting asanas, I practice more often daily, sir.
Recently, there was a controversy of making Surya Namaskar mandatory in school. Do you support this argument?
So I'm not sure about the controversy. I have not read about the controversy, sir. With respect to making Surya Namaskar mandatory, I welcome the move, sir. Since Surya Namaskar is a holistic asana that stimulates all the body parts of our adults, and it increases the flexibility of the individual as well. Right now, we are seeing increased stationary oriented jobs that, for instance, the Ayush Ministry has also promoted chair yogasana for civil servants. Chair yogasana. So for instance, sitting in the chair and stretching for a while, back and while, that will increase the momentum efficiency of the civil servants as well.
But this part you are not using with yourself. Rest on the back first. Now it is all right.
So I think, sir, in that spirit, we can also have yogasana as not as a mandatory, sir. First, we create adequate demand, adequate awareness. Then we simultaneously move towards making it mandatory, sir.
Okay. And I see that you are very much interested in general interest in the affairs of international relations, and you being a student of economics. Okay, can you tell us what are the important issues in the Indian economy presently?
With respect to international relations, sir?
National relation itself.
So first is that, sir, with respect to short-term measure, we see declining private consumption and private investment in our country, which is reflected in the Q2 GDP of our country as well. So second is that, sir, a low female labor force participation rate that is prevailing in the country. According to some estimates, sir, provided a 50% female labor force participation rate is achieved, then our GDP will increase by 48%, sir. So third, I would say focus on manufacturing, sir. The missing middle syndrome that is pointed out by industry veterans and policy experts. That is need to be taken care of, sir.
Do you think India is experiencing a slowdown presently?
So right now we have symptoms of experiencing a cyclical slowdown, and for instance, the tumultuous global order that is taking place, that is making domestic investors cautious, having a wait and watch approach with respect to the momentum that is going to be taken care of. So these two things, that is increasingly moving towards cyclical slowdown in our economic systems.
What is the difference between slowdown and recession?
Recession. So with respect to technical recession, decline in consequent quarters of GDP can be called as a technical recession, sir. With respect to slowdown, we see the downward trend, general downward trend with respect to quarter-on-quarter GDP increase, sir.
Okay. And have you heard this term of K-shaped recovery?
Sir.
What is it?
So a K-shaped recovery points out, sir, certain sections have experienced faster economic growth with respect to other sectors of our economy, sir. For instance, the service sector after post-pandemic experienced a robust growth due to pent-up demand in comparison to sectors like manufacturing and industry sectors, sir, which had a more or less subdued growth, sir. That led to K-shaped recovery, sir.
When we talk about growth in a particular country, we essentially look towards numbers of GDP. Then we also have an issue of increasing inequality. So what do you suggest should be the ideal parameter for judging a country's progress? Should it be purely restricted to the numbers, which includes GDP, or should we incorporate some social parameters towards it also. I want you to pick only one.
So I believe HDI is a better parameter in comparison to GDP, because in HDI we also have income criteria, that is per capita income measured based on gross national income. So therefore it more or less accounts both economic aspects as well as the social aspects.
Okay, that's good. My last question to you, who do you think is the leader of Global South according to you? Is it India or China?
So I believe India is the leader of Global South.
Why do you think so? China is much bigger power economically, and China is doing very well in a number of areas, far better than India. Technological development, manufacturing sector, defense, so many things, AI, emerging technologies, everything is revolving around China. Still, do you think India is a leader of Global South?
So I think leader of Global South position is not an exclusive position. Both India and China can contribute, can guide the Global South with respect to their development objectives. But with respect to India, sir, what we see that is different from China is that the intent, sir. We want a shared growth, shared prosperity with respect to region. We extend line of credits, grants with respect to their developments. Socio-economic investments are being made by India, even though we ourselves have more developmental requirements. We invested in such regions where more global investors, global countries have not invested. For instance, Afghanistan. For past decade, we have invested close to $3 billion in their socio-economic improvements. For instance, China, they use debt as a mechanism to advance their global objectives. With respect to India, we have a more lenient approach. We have a bunch of criteria, bunch of mechanisms to invest in them, including line of credit, grants, providing technical support, providing disaster relief during critical times, as well as extending soft loans.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Sri Rusat, you are saying that we should take a leaf from Cholas in Act East policy. So they used force. They used force. So we should go for that.
So first preference should be soft power, sir. The cultural enigma, the cultural power, and our persuasion power with respect to shared objectives in the region, sir. However, military should be a last resort, sir, provided a great threat is there for our country, our territorial integrity, territorial sovereignty. Then as a last resort, we can go for military approach, sir. But the first preference should be our soft power approach. We should use our culture, we should use our connections, historical connections, to more engage with the East Asia, sir.
Okay, but the question of Sengol also, the Tamil Nadu is opposing it. Why? It is tradition of Tamil Nadu. India is accepting it. Why Tamil Nadu is opposing it?
So certain sections of the region believe that Sengol is a symbol of monarchy and it has no place in the democratic tradition. But we as a country, sir, we believe that democracy was at a nascent stage during the ancient history of our country, sir. Though we had well-developed village republics, we have not had envisaged democracy as political institutions back then, sir. With respect to Sengol, sir, it is the spirit more than the symbolism that prevails, sir. We take, it is our, with respect to our Panchpran philosophy also, that we use Sengol to glorify our past, that the prosperity back then the country had, the kind of interaction it had with the global systems. So that is the spirit that with which Sengol should be seen, sir.
Okay. You took Hindi in your 10th. It was forced or a choice?
Sir, I studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya. So there we had two options, sir. One is Hindi and second is Sanskrit. So I took Hindi, sir. So Sanskrit staff was not available, sir, back then. Secondly, sir, I have less experience with respect to Sanskrit. So I opted for Hindi, sir.
To speak Hindi, that should have been your answer. So you are in favor of theory language formula?
Yes, sir, I welcome a three-language formula. And for instance, sir, I myself has Telugu as my mother tongue, sir. I learned Hindi through the course of my journey, sir. And I know two other languages, Tamil and English. I believe it had shaped me as a person and it had broadened my objectives. It made me easier to interact with other sections of our country, sir. So therefore, I welcome, sir.
Your hobby, your activities and hobby is general interest in the affairs of international. What is the difference between international affairs and international relations?
So with respect to international relations, we talk in terms of official terms, sir, that international relations follows certain documents, certain legal statutes prevailing at the international level, UN Charter, etc. International affairs is, sir, though it is a synonym, but it is more diluted form. It is not an official form, sir. I believe so, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, sir. This is my interpretation of how different.
Okay, as a student of economics, just tell me what are the economic reasons behind the Russian-Ukraine war?
Economic reason.
And it is not a war for economy only, for economy.
So I'm not sure about the economic reasons as to why it had take place, the conflict. But I believe the main reason is that, sir, Russia wants to have its own place in the international, in the global system, sir. It wants to have a more inclusive participation in the global system, global trade. And with respect to NATO expansion, it believes it threatens its territorial integrity. It may have significant impact with respect to economic relations as well. For instance, we have pipelines from Russia to Europe supplying gas and oil. Tomorrow, countries can take advantage of that, passively threaten Russia with respect to certain policy objectives that are being done in the global system. So I think that is one reason, sir. Apart from that, sir, I'm not
Why
sure.
they were hell bent to take Crimea? Yes. Okay, what India should do? What India should do?
With respect to Russia-Ukraine
Yes.
conflicts? So India should use its connections between Russia and Ukraine and act as a credible mediator, sir. Right now, there are efforts by various international parties to have a ceasefire right now, to immediate ceasefire in Russia and Ukraine, sir. India can contribute to that objective, sir. We can enhance our contacts with both Russia and Ukraine, share our viewpoints, act as a credible messenger, transfer their messages, and give them the space to have an open communication between each other.
Who has started this war? Putin?
So Russia has started the conflict, sir. Though there may have aggravating reasons, sir, I don't believe that in the 21st century, any policy objective with respect to other country is that country's
So
prerogatives.
Putin is solely responsible for this conflict.
So I think Russia as a whole, President Putin is the leader of the country, sir. So I will not be naming him as a person, but as a country, it is responsible.
Okay, thank you.
This is, how is your written?
So it was good, but I think I could have done better with respect to my optional paper one. There were certain concepts which I didn't know, sir. So that's the only thing, sir.
Have you appeared earlier in the mocks?
Yes, sir.
What was their reaction?
So the first suggestion I had is to get into the point, not to beat around the bushes, and directly deliver the answers with utmost clarity.
Here also, your answers were little longer. They are not properly structured. That is the only crux. You are such a good student, candidate. And that too from economics, and that too from Delhi. You are an excellent candidate. I have given you a very good, excellent status. However, you should have a crisp answers, very crisp answers. Need not to go here and there, directly hit. With respect to like US, Ukraine, Russia war, instead of saying directly, yes, economics is also an issue, or yes, economics is not. No, sir, economics is not a major issue. Like that, you should start. Instead of saying something different or something like that. Similarly, there are many issues of economics. They are very, very important at the moment. And assure that you will get at least 25 to 30% questions or time on economics only. So get ready. Read Economic Times or whatever it is, Times Econs, Economic Times or whatever it is. And your answer should be very crisp. You make your answers. Think for a while, frame answer and then say. That will make your answers very crisp, bring some depth in your answers, and that will certainly give a more impression, better impression on this side. You should little concentrate on more also on the regional issues, Tamil issues or southern issues, border issues, especially the honorable member asked about the coastal issues. They are very, very important issues. Read them also, right? State or depth details. You have written many things. Be very careful. Read each and everything, why you have written it. And last but not the least, look around. Sometimes it is just you and me only. You should know who are others sitting over here. Right? Your dress is very good. Wear white shirt. That will give you a little more. I don't know if you will wear the same dress or not, but white shirt will give a complete combination.
Okay, sir. So with respect to dress code, should we have a laced shoe or cut shoe, sir?
Shoes, a lace will also serve the purpose. That it should be neat, clean.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are all right.
Sir, tie is it okay?
ठीक है, तो white shirt पहनो, फिर देखो आप बाहर आओ, है ना?
Okay, sir.
हाँ, ठीक है. और ऐसे ही रहना, ease. Never, don't be tense during the interview. Whatever you are, remain like this. But sit little back, है ना? ऐसे नहीं आगे होके क्यों? You are not receptive.
Okay, thank you, sir. Rashad, yes, you are very good candidate and very knowledgeable also. But you know what, especially in mock or whenever you are going for your interviews, so sometimes you are not showing your knowledge, that how you know everything. You know what, sometimes what I feel, like every time like bookish knowledge, like these, just you are practicing for mains and your answer is like that. These, way forward. I think sometimes your answer is like that. Okay. And you have to too longish answer you sometimes. The main point is, or the main focus is sometimes that is not on the main center. Just like I am asking a question with you that which areas going to be affected by the America and China trade war. So you have to say like that manufacturing sectors, electronic sector, maybe you have to give the answer in that way. In that, just you have to watch your videos. A long answer. I just want to say that you come to the point. So please don't do that, okay? You are very knowledgeable, but somehow you have to use your knowledge in a very structured or manner way. Okay, and one thing more, when honorable board members ask question, so every time, sir, I think you are using lots of time using this word, sir. No. Okay, so you
just a head nod would be.
Yes. Just like sir is saying like, okay, oh sir, no. You know what? This is the police or sir, police code of type of behavior. Yes, sir, no. Okay, so please don't say like that every time. It's not good, not gives good impression. And just you are we all say like that, you are very knowledgeable. Brush up your knowledge. You have enough time on 17th of April. But in mannered way. Okay, you have to use your knowledge Just like not too longish answer. Okay, so just prepared and structured your answer. All the best from my side.
Yes. So Rusat, your interview was very good, excellent. I was very happy, and it was a great experience of interacting with you. You are a very good candidate. All your answers are very well balanced and everything. Knowledge depth is very good, and the way you present your thoughts and opinions is also very good. That is an added advantage. Also, you have a very plus point. You don't feel very anxious or you don't feel nervous also. I mean, it is not visible to us. From inside, you might be experiencing a number of emotions, but that is a very good part on your side. Since this is your first interview and you are appearing for the first attempt and first interview, so there are very high chances for you to be selected. Okay, so I believe definitely if interview is not an issue, definitely you will be in the final list. Prepare economics well. Okay, we tried to incorporate a number of things from economics, international relations. Prepare very well, especially banking sector, different sectors of the economy, insurance, money, all those important current events related to economics, budget and survey. You should be very sure about. Okay,
Okay, sir.
all
Thank you,
those
sir.
aspects. Please prepare it and just brush up your DAF also.
Okay, sir.
And definitely you'll be in the list. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I must say, brilliant communication skill. You are a good student, no problem at all. Overall impression is very good. And analytical ability is good, attitude is good, body language is good, communication is good, knowledge is also good. What they have said, Honorable Chairman has said, that follow it. And the second thing, that have some nutshell answers in somewhere. Somewhere you can go, but give in nutshell. These are the points, these are the elaboration. So far you have written there international affairs, and international affairs is a broader thing. International relations is a part of that, like UN, like talk on carbon. That is not international relation, that is international affair. We are talking about AI, that is international affairs. So it's a broader term. International relation is a particular relation of a country with other country or a group of the country to other. It's okay. Otherwise, you are good enough. That's why you cracked in first time. You are good enough. That's the reason. You try first chance, the golden chance.
Thank you, sir.
Just try to get something from there. No?
Thank you, sir.
Time is there. Enough time is there, but don't think that enough time is there. Set, prepare, that will certainly help you. Right? And you are in Delhi now.
Yes, sir. Right now I'm in Delhi.
So you need not to go here and there. Go on mugging. Right? Okay, good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.